the Miami Heat don't take bad shots.
Yeah, you're right.
They take good shots. And that's really their key to success, y'all. Warriors were just eliminated. People are texting me, calling me. There's an outpouring of emotional support for you. Kirby, the resident support dog, is home waiting for you. There's just a lot of people reaching out. I just want to make sure you're okay. That's it. You good? All right, okay. So again, if you need some people to take care of the business that you weren't able to take care of,
really?
I know some people that can help you. How aggravating was it after the game to see Draymond and LeBron just embracing for like 3 minutes and just the extra hard cheese grits? Like
that was so annoying. They were smiling. Like, yeah, man, we beat you, man. Is that great?
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Jalen Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros, coming back at you in the house from North Carolina, filming from Raleigh, North Carolina at the moment at TNT Creative Group Studios. We are based out of Clayton, North Carolina, and spent a great day in both Raleigh and Clayton that we'll talk about in a little bit. But how you doing, man? I had to put a short out this morning. Everyone, father and son dynamic duo. If you're checking us out for the first time, Diego's the resident Warrior homer. He called it last year, Warriors winning the championship. Tried to run it back this year. Warriors were just eliminated. People are texting me, calling me. There's an outpouring of emotional support for you. Kirby, the resident support dog, is home waiting for you. There's just a lot of people reaching out. So let's not go into the series yet, but how are you? Are you okay, Diego?
I'm good, man. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back next year and be strong. So we'll be ready.
Okay.
So it's all good.
Okay.
I'm all good here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I just want to check on you because I love you. I just want to make sure you're okay. That's it. You good? Okay. So again, if you need some people to take care of the business that you weren't able to take care of,
really?
I know some people that can help you. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the Lakers if
Jokic, really?
Anyway, we'll get to that later. Anyway, but hey, bigger pros, father-son dynamic duo here. Man, NBA playoffs are amazing. We had 2 Game 6s last night. One game was really, really good, the Knicks and the Heat.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. One game was not so good, but definitely ended the repeat chances of the Golden State Warriors. So we'll get into all of that. But today's been a great day. So it's Saturday, May 13th, 2023, Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all of those out there. But man, you had football this morning.
Yes.
So we got up early. We did that. We then went to Mr. Michael Sims, town councilman in Clayton, North Carolina, where we're based out of. He had a great event today. It was a basketball tournament where the police department and fire department came out, played, as well as some other teams. And we met some basketball stars.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you got a chance to meet Gary Clark, basketball player, played for the Houston Rockets and played for the Orlando Magic. He's going to be on the show soon, so shout out to Gary Clark. Another Clayton legend. Had a lot of professional athletes have come out of Clayton, North Carolina. So he is one of them. So we're happy to have him on there. We also met Teresa Brown Tomlinson. She is a women's basketball ACC legend. She was at UNC when Michael Jordan was there and James Worthy and all them.
Yeah.
So she was great. She gave you a lot of great advice. She's going to be on the show. So we're really excited to have her. So just shout out to everybody that has made that event great. And makes our area within the Triangle of North Carolina so special. And also, man, shout out to our Carolina Hurricanes.
Yes.
Repping North Carolina. They won in an epic thriller in overtime.
Yes.
Man, I mean, that was awesome. So how far do you think the Hurricanes going to go? We're going all the way?
Yeah, of course. We're going all the way. And it looks like we're playing the Florida Panthers.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Because they won last night.
Okay.
So,
right.
yeah, they're a tough team. They beat Boston.
Yeah.
Boston Bruins.
Okay. All right.
Tough.
Got to beat them. Well, if we can advance, so I'd love to see them play the Dallas Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Because then we go against Uncle Dwayne. Right, because that he's already been, I believe, to a playoff game to see Dallas. So yeah, we'll have the clash there. So shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes. Much love there, and hopefully we can check them out as well. All right, well, let's get to the Golden State Warriors, LA Lakers. Let's recap the series. Then let's talk about the Warriors and the state of their dynasty and all that good stuff. All right, so Warriors Lakers recap, man. What happened?
Well, I just think it was Warriors. We couldn't play our brand of basketball because we couldn't make shots. Clay was ice cold. Poole was ice cold. Even Steph, who was great all series, he had some trouble making shots in Game 6. He was great the rest of the series, but still, we got to make shots. We just need more. And we just needed more intensity too, because we didn't come out with the fire that the Lakers had. They were really motivated to close us out at home.
Yeah,
and we should have been motivated to go there and then come.
And that's surprising because as much intensity as Draymond came out with in Game 5, he was literally sprinting up and down the court. You could feel the energy that they came out with. They were still on the brink of elimination in Game 6.
Yeah.
How did they not come out with that same intensity?
I don't know. Maybe it was Draymond. It might have been LeBron. Actually, might have been scared of LeBron.
Well, okay. So speaking of that, how aggravating was it after the game to see Draymond and LeBron just embracing for like 3 minutes in the extra hard cheese grits? Like
that was so annoying because this is the team you just lost to. You gotta shake their hands, but don't make it bigger than what it is.
I know.
Like you could have just dapped him up, be like, okay, wish the best, good luck, but keep it moving. But instead he was hugging them or smiling, like, yeah, man, we beat you, man. Is that great? Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. So, as far as the dynasty, okay, what's the state of it? What can they do? Let's kind of chop it up a bit on that.
Well, it depends. I think we can keep going. It's gonna take a lot, though. We gotta we just got, because the team wasn't really the same. We just didn't play like Warriors basketball. We wouldn't move the ball around which is what we've been praised for over the dynasty, what we do best.
Yes.
And it was a lot of ISO.
Yep.
It was Steph and Poole doing a little ISO and then the team just didn't have the same lovingness of each other. Because people, Draymond punched Poole, and then it was mostly centered around Poole, but still. So if we change those things, maybe make a couple moves. I think we can still. We can still contend. So we have a shot.
Yeah, and the only way, and I agree. I think the Warriors let's just say with Steph, right?
With Steph.
If we're gonna talk about the core, the only core that definitely has to stay is Steph.
Yeah,
because I think anything else is on the table.
Because I kind of think the core, the big three of Steph, Clay, and Draymond is overrated. And I'm a fan, but it's like,
you are a fan.
Yeah, but it's just like those three. They're sort of like centering themselves. Like, they can get away with anything. They can do whatever they want. So I just think that's got to change. It's got to be more of a team dynamic. So
yeah, and that's how it always was before. It wasn't just the three of them. I think they've been more isolated this year, and again, that's why once the playoffs began, I didn't like the vibe, and I didn't have them going back to the finals. I just didn't think that they were together enough to make it happen. So they have to make some changes. Again, Poole has the big contract. I think people are overrating how bad his contract is. I know some people are trying to say it's worse than like Ben Simmons. I'm like, come on, it's not that bad. I mean, he played well last year. It's a reason why they gave him the money.
Yes, he played great last year.
Right. So I think Poole can play much better. I just don't think you can have him and Draymond there. So you have to make a decision. Now, can they get rid of Poole? That's going to be difficult to do. So your best bet probably, since Green just has 1 year left, is to either somehow get rid of Green or just play this next year out and then start over. But I feel they have a window, possibly with Steph, of getting one more title. I think they've got one more title they can get with Steph.
Yeah, they can.
But I think that's about it. And I don't see that title being next year. I think that's going to have to be in the future. And then Steph's going to be older. I mean, he's 35 now. You're looking at Steph being 37, but his game will age well. I mean, you can argue he's playing better now than he ever has. So injuries withstanding, I feel that he'll be just as good at 37 as he is now.
Yeah, and and then the whole dynamic of the team after KD left, that they needed those 2 years to sort of reboot a little. They kept Steph, Clay, and Draymond, but they got Poole, they got Wiggins, they got Gary Payton, they got. And Looney elevated his game, so they were bad for those 2 years. They didn't make the playoffs after KD left, but then they ended up winning the championship. So I think we could, if we get another year, just get ourselves situated, and we have another one left. And I don't think we'll get more than one with Steph, but
and Kuminga, I wouldn't give up on Kuminga. When he comes out, I know it's garbage time. But, man, when he comes in, he looks really good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes and whatnot, but you may have something with Kuminga. I wonder if they gave up on Wiseman too soon. I don't know. Time will tell with that. We'll see what Wiseman ends up doing in Detroit. You have some players that at the very beginning of their career where they have injury issues, and can then overcome the heck Steph did. That's how the Warriors became so strong, because Steph was on a team-friendly contract because he had injury issues early in his career. So, the jury is out on there. We'll see what happens there. But regardless, I think there are some things that they can do to possibly get one more a couple years from now. So we'll see what happens there. But don't worry about it, man. I got you, buddy. My Celtics will just jump on board with me, and we'll go to Boston and get this thing.
That is not my new championship pick. So I have a new championship pick, but it's not the Celtics. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we might get into that. You know what? We'll save that for tomorrow, because we're going to go live after the Celtics-Sixers game. We're going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, on Mother's Day. We're going live just to make sure there's enough time after the game, so you'll get my reaction. My team might be out. We'll see what happens there. So we'll get the live reaction there, and then make our new finals picks and all that. All right, man. Well, it's going to be all right. So next, let's move on to the Knicks Heat. Hey, that was another one. We both got that one wrong as well. So we're on a bit of a slump now. We've got to pick it up. We've got a few right, but we're batting like 50%, and that's not how we normally roll. So we were excellent last year. We've got to get back to that standard. But Knicks Heat, we both had Knicks in 7. They ended up losing in 6. Tell us about this, man. Recap that series for us.
Well, the Knicks and the Heat. The Heat. Okay, I was surprised by the series actually, because I picked the New York Knicks to win this series, but they came out off the jump, Miami. They won that game 1 in New York, which set the tone. Game 2, which is especially what I didn't like because Jimmy Butler did not play, and they still almost won. There, and then they went up 3-1, and they won in a Garden. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick with my pick because they have some momentum. And then it was looking pretty good for a minute. And as I said, as I said earlier, I said I would take back everything I said about Brunson if he was somehow pulled out this series. And he was looking great. I was actually giving him his dues, his respect. He scored 40, and I actually will still give him a little bit of respect. Jalen Brunson is a star. Okay, good. Are you happy? He's a star.
Okay, continue.
He's a
Let's
star.
see what else you say. I
kind of feel bad for him because he did get no help. My guy Barrett did not show, even though he played great all series, Barrett, but he did not show up in that game. Julius Randle has definitely not showed up all series, and he looks like a 5'11" guard out there.
And I told you that. I told you that going into these playoffs too.
Like
but
he's
anyway.
shooting travel step back threes that they're not even calling and airballing. Like you're not that guy, man. But yeah, so Julius Randle disappointed me. But the thing is, when Brunson had that costly turnover late in the game, it set the tone. And that changed that changed my mind. Like I was like, ooh, Brunson.
That should not change it. First of all, you need to get that hate out of your heart. You need to get that out of the heart. Whatever it is that you've got, you can't get over the fact that when he was with Dallas, you were calling him overrated. And
because he was
maybe
overrated.
he was, maybe he wasn't. And now you still want to put him in that bucket. Regardless of if he was overrated before, he is not overrated now. And he is an all-star, and he should have been an all-NBA selection.
Okay, he should.
I think that's clear.
He should have made it over. Who was it? The Dame.
Well, yeah, definitely Dame. Oh, what is it about Dame making the All-Star team? I don't know. He didn't even play enough.
Over
It didn't even make the play-in. Why are we still putting Dame Dollar in the All NBA? I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he doesn't impact winning, and especially
not right now. Right now. Now, a few years ago, yes, but the last 2 years he has not played well. So why are we still holding on to what he was doing a couple years ago? I don't get it.
Yeah, we shouldn't. And then,
I don't get it.
What's his name? SGA. I feel like was a little high.
Yes.
Ja got snubbed too, but that's arguable. But he should have made it over Dame. I'll give you that. So he should have been an All NBA selection in my book. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Well, you're coming around a little bit.
Okay, I said he's a star. He's an All NBA.
Okay, I will take that.
Okay, I'm just saying that turnover was costly.
That was that was costly.
The team.
That was costly, and I feel that they had a great shot. I wish they would have kicked it out for a 3. Because if they could have hit a 3, they probably would have won, and maybe there'd be a Game 7. And I feel that they could have gotten a Game 7 at home. That with that crowd, I believe they could have won that. But regardless of all that, I just can't ding them for that. So as much as he carried them, hey, stuff happens. I'll just take that turnover. He balled and got a ton of respect for Brunson. So ton of respect for Brunson because I definitely underestimated him. I thought it was a bad pickup for the Knicks to go out and get him and could not have been more wrong. And it's also another reason why I'm rocking this shirt because Joker is another guy that I totally underestimated. So I have to pay my respect to this man because he is playing out of his mind. So we'll get to that later. But definitely, man, shout out to him. All right. So we talked about all that. For one thing, before we move on to the Nuggets and Suns, let's talk 1 minute about just the Miami Heat overall. Why do they continue to upset people? They have 9 undrafted players on their roster, and are now going back to the Eastern Conference Finals. What is it about the Miami Heat?
The Miami Heat. It's because they do everything right, pretty much. Because Jimmy Butler really fits them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and if he played how he does in the playoffs in the regular season, it would be even more better. But he's a star that fits him. He's gonna put in the work. He's not really gonna in the playoffs. He's not gonna take those days off, and he kind of fits them until they have that. They have Bam, who's a little overrated, but he showed up in the Knicks series, so good job to Brunson.
I agree.
And then their whole philosophy, they're all those 9 undrafted guys, they're loaded with 3-and-D guys.
Yeah.
Like, they just have guys that can they're somehow wide open.
Wide open.
Like Duncan Robinson and Lowry and everyone.
And they lost Tyler Hero, and it's like it hasn't even affected them.
Yes, it's like
they don't.
He's
even
been
need
out
Tyler
basically
Hero.
all playoffs.
And it's interesting that they're loaded up with these 3-and-D guys, because with the NBA, first of all, if you play good defense, you can stay in any game. So they're proving that. And then also they swing the ball. And in this switch everything NBA, if you are able to swing the ball and move it, you can swing it until you get a wide open shot, because no teams just stay home and play D. They just switch everything.
Yes.
So they had the Knicks just running like a track meet, trying to chase people because they're switching.
Yeah.
So
wonder why the Warriors won 4 championships.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yet they're playing ISO ball this year, the Warriors. So so that is the key. And also what we were talking about earlier in the chart today, the Miami Heat don't take bad shots.
Yeah, you're right.
They take good shots. And that's really their key to success, y'all. They take good shots. How many wasted possessions do my Boston Celtics take every single game? How many wasted possessions do the Golden State Warriors have by taking crazy shots? Like, these great loaded teams, they're wasting a good 10, 12 possessions because they're taking awful shots.
Yeah, and then the Lakers, the Nuggets, and the Heat.
Yes.
The 3 teams that have clinched their spots in the conference finals have all taken good shots.
Yes, they take good shots. I say the Lakers take a few bad shots, but not like
drastic.
These other teams. Yeah, I agree. And that is really the secret sauce, y'all. Like, it's no deeper than that. Yeah. They simply take good shots. The Grizzlies will take a lot of awful shots. All these teams that have been eliminated, the common denominator is they take awful shots. Yes. So, good analogy there. All right, well, let's get to the Nuggets and Suns. Whoo, man, this one ended in 6. A lot of people had the Phoenix Suns winning the championship this year, at least going to the finals. Neither one of us ever thought that the Suns were going to the championship. Yes. We both felt that injuries were going to be one of the reasons to hold them back. Yeah. We also didn't think they were deep enough. Both of those things came to fruition. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the Nuggets-Suns series and what happened?
Yeah, well, so I originally had the Suns winning this series.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You sure did. My bad. That's right. But then, go ahead.
So Denver won 2-0, and then Phoenix won the next game. So it was 0-0 again, basically. So then this fan right here in the car, when we were coming back home from school, he offered me the olive branch again.
Yeah, I did offer you back
and because since it was 0-0,
I did.
I felt I gotta change it because I just don't see it with the Suns. Yep. So I took it, and so technically I got this series right. Thanks a lot, man, for giving me that olive branch. I really appreciate it.
I saw what was happening. Yeah, I forgot. You see, I totally forgot I gave you the olive branch on that one, gave you a redo on that one. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but the Nuggets, they really impressed me. They played really well. Just Jokic, how he commands the offense, how he can, and how he can, because he's hitting guys in spots that point guards don't even hit them. Like he's hitting them for alley-oops, passes to the corner between his legs, and
I like really a lot about Denver. Hey, shout out to cousin Kevin, who is in Denver, the Denver area. Hey man, get the guest house ready. we might be coming through, man. Might be coming through, checking out the Nuggets. We'll be checking you out, homie. Checking out that big mansion you just bought. But anyway, yeah. But man, the Nuggets look good. They look very, very good. They're a juggernaut. It'll be interesting to see what happens deeper into the playoffs. That's the team from a Boston perspective that I definitely do not want to see. But yeah, they're looking great. I love the coaching. I love how the coach is. Clearly Joker. They're healthy this year. Murray's looking good. The whole squad. So it's going to be a good matchup with the Lakers. But the Lakers now finally have to deal with a big man that can score.
Yes.
And they haven't had that yet in the playoffs. So now it's time to face that. Can't count the Lakers out. We've gone against the Lakers both series and have been wrong. So, the Laker fans are very nice enough to remind us of that. So shout out to y'all.
Wow, yeah.
But,
love Lakers.
but hey, it's all good, man. But now they're showing improving. Rob Pelinka's made some amazing moves, and they're out there. But to get back to this series here with the Nuggets and Suns, the Suns have some big time decisions to make.
Yeah, they do because Booker and KD, they both played really well all series, but it's just about that they just need more. I want to talk about Ayton a little bit because I really I kind of get what Ayton did because some people were frustrated, but I kind of see because they weren't really using him in the way I think, and then the beef with the coach. Yeah. So I mean.
Ayton has been the resident punching bag for everybody on that team. The coach,
for the last 3 years.
CP3, the Booker, to all of them. And anything that happens is Ayton's fault. And you see, the game at home, they weren't getting blown out at home before before that last game. But now Ayton's out. Now they got ran out of the gym.
Yes.
Everything is not Ayton's fault. And how many points is he gonna score when Booker and Durant are jacking shots every single time?
They're taking all the shots.
Right.
And I think they need to stick with Ayton. Yeah. And they just need to change up some things front office wise so that he can be at his best. Because when he's at his best, he's really good. Yeah. And they need more depth because their bench. Yes. They couldn't play anyone.
And I don't see Coach being back. I don't see Monty Williams coming back. I mean, he's so well respected in the league, known as a stand-up guy and the whole deal, but he just has not done a good job of making playoff adjustments. Against the Milwaukee Bucks, there were adjustments that should have been made that weren't made there. And now the situation with Aiden and all that, I just don't see how he survives this situation. I believe they're going to come back with a new coach. I'm sure they'll try to run it back with Book and KD. Yeah. And most likely build Aiden. I don't know what they're going to do with Chris Paul, but my guess is that Monty Williams and CP3 might be the two people that they move on from. Is going to be my guess on that. But we'll see what happens there. But Denver, they're going to be tough. We'll talk about, when we go live tomorrow, we'll give our prediction on Nuggets Lakers. So we'll wait and do that on our live show tomorrow after the Game 7 between the Celtics and Sixers. So we'll cover all that then. All right. Well, hey, man, we've got, speaking of my Celtics, although I know I'm wearing the Denver stuff today here, still riding with my Celtics.
Really?
We've got Game 7.
And I see you walking all over the place because you were with your shirt, and it's like, oh man, you're gonna beat the Lakers, and you're like, oh yeah, with Jokic we can do anything. It's like, dude, you're not a Nuggets fan.
Okay, well that's Western Conference. We're talking about the Western Conference. Okay, now let's go.
You always roll around with these random with the Bulls, the Nuggets. The Celtics, dude, you're the ultimate mystery cookie.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I'm an analyst. Okay, so I'm analyzing the games. I can be partial sometimes. I admit we're human. We all are. But overall, I try to be as impartial, I should say, as possible. So and I like to rock a lot of the gear from the NBA team. So I'm an overall NBA fan. So that's what's up there. But let's get to this game. The Boston Celtics are at home against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics have lost 2 of the 3 games at home already, but they were able to pull out a great Game 6 win and bring it back. What's going to happen in Game 7 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Sunday on Mother's Day?
I think the Celtics are going to get it done. They're going to win because they gained a lot of momentum in Game 6 because that was looking interesting for a while because they got off with the lead, then they lost it in the fourth quarter, but then. My bad, in the third quarter. But then when Tatum had 3 points, I believe, through the first 3 quarters, he was looking really bad. And I was like, man, tomorrow he's gonna get killed by the media.
Yes.
But then he came up massive, scoring 19 points.
I think was it 16?
16. My bad, 16 points in the fourth quarter, just absolutely going nuclear and making all the threes because. He kept his confidence. He kept shooting those same exact shots.
He did.
And they started to fall right when they needed to and ended up winning. But I think they're gonna really lock in. And I think another key to their win was them starting Robert Williams like they did last year.
Yes.
Because I don't know why it took them this long to figure out because a healthy Robert Williams needs to be starting for them.
Has to.
Him in there, that they're going to be really, really tough to beat, especially in the Eastern Conference.
So if they need to stick with that, fan of the show, James, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, fan of the show, we were talking about, he's a big Celtic fan. We're talking about the fact that they needed to start Robert Williams. We talked about that before the game. And thankfully they did. They need to stick with that. And I feel like they have gained some momentum, but you never know. Game 7 can be a wild card. Embiid is MVP of the league.
He is the MVP.
The Sixers are going to give them all they can handle, but the Celtics should take care of business. They just have to, again, the key is to not take bad shots.
Yeah.
That just goes against everything the Celtics are about.
Yes.
So we'll see. But if they can just be a little more disciplined, not take as many bad shots, the Celtics should be okay, and we should stay on track to hopefully be able to make a return visit to Boston. Come on, we really want to go back to Boston during the NBA Finals.
Yes,
so please, Celtics, take care of business so we can try to get another trip in because we had a ball last year, but it was still dealing with COVID. So we were at the games. We actually had masks on and whatnot. So we want to come back and experience it without a mask this time. So come on, Boston. You got to make it back. All right. Well, hey, man, I think that is our time today. Check us out Mother's Day evening after the Celtics-Sixers game. We're going to be live for a little bit on YouTube and also Facebook. But check us out there. We'll get live reaction and give our official conference finals picks. But hey, until then, enjoy Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We'll see y'all next time. Till then, Pick 'em Pros. We are out.
Tavares Jordan.